In fact, each process is represented in the operating system by a process control block, PCB. So it's also called as a task control block. And the operating system keeps information about all processes in the process table. Okay, in simpler terms, think of it like a digital clipboard where the operating system is taking notes of important details about each process. So a PCB is shown in this figure. It contains many pieces of information associated with a process, included process identification information, process control information, processor state information. Okay, so process identification information is like a set of numbers and names to tell processes apart. Okay, process identifier, process ID, we also called it as PID, is like a number assigned to each process. Okay, and parent process ID of the process that created this one. Okay, so this is parent process ID, and it's like who created it. And user identifier is like the user's name who is running the job. This can be helpful to figure out who is who. So process control information is the information where the operating system keeps track of the process state and what is up to. It helps the operating system to decide when this process is turned to run or if it needs to wait. Okay. It also helps with organizing processes in queues. The state of process may be new, ready, running, waiting, and so on. Process states, it's like we can say new, ready, running, something like that. And also priority shows us how much important this process. Okay. So in processor state information, this part holds what's going on inside the CPU when the process is running. Imagine it's like the state of mind of the process. It keeps track of things like which instruction the process will do next. So program counter indicates the address of the next instructions to be executed for this process. Along with the program counter, information about CPU registers must be saved when an interrupt occurs to allow the process to be continued correctly afterward. In the memory management information, it is included that such items as the value of the base and limit registers and the page tables or the segment tables, depending on the memory system used by operating system. Okay. We also have I/O status information. It's like input, output, like reading or writing to files. And access control and accounting info is used for security issues. Access control is like who can use it. And accounting information is like keeping track of what it does. Okay. So you can picture the PCB as the operating system dashboard for creating each of all the processes. Imagine the manager as your operating system and each employee as a process. And each process has unique ID and status. The manager, of course, operating system, keeps track of what each employee is doing.